unto you. So follow me. I will guide you to straight path. Yeah.
He
Sakina?
follows, he follows it with a statement that he does not make this claim at his own behest. Rather, he makes it on the basis of true knowledge that has been vouchsafed to him by God to set him on the path of true guidance. There is nothing wrong with a father following his son when this son has a direct recourse to a higher source available to give true guidance. In this case, the son is the one who follows the right way, leading only to what is good.
Again, he used the word ya abati, right, to show adab in the respect. Here, he didn't say, Dad, I am knowledgeable and you are ignorant, right? You have to follow me. No, Dad, I have information, right? I have knowledge from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because, people might be, why he said that to his father? Because no father jealous at their children. All father or mother, they wanted their children better than them, unless there's something wrong, right? People can be jealous. He didn't like if his brother, his cousin, his friend, better than him. But parent, no, right? Mm-hmm. So when Ibrahim said, Dad, I have knowledge that, the father should be what? Oh, alhamdulillah. Yeah. And then he said, this knowledge is not from me. I'm like you. Knowledge from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? So Dad, follow me, Dad. Because I love you. I respect you. I want you to be safe. Right? Ahdika siratan sawiya. I show you the right path. It is very important also for us when you see this fun of even the parent. Yeah, they are on the wrong way. Don't be silent. Right? But still, the way you remind them with respect and honor. Because remember that the evil, the wrongdoing, the justice, spread quickly or become stronger, not because the evil is allowed, but because of the silence of the good people. The silence of good people. He didn't care what his parent doing. He didn't care his cousin, his family. So therefore, why Imam Shafi said, if there is no surah was revealed, except Surah Wal Asri, there will be enough. Right? Because in Surah Wal Asri, he said, وَتَوَاسَوْا بِالْحَقِّ. You have to advise one another to follow the truth. Right? The Iman and our good deed will become weak if nobody reminds one another. Yeah. يا أبت لا تعبد الشيطان إن الشيطان كان للرحمن عصيا. Oh, my dear, my beloved father, worship not Shaitan. Shaitan has been a rebel against the most beneficent Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, Sakina.
Having shown his father the fallacy of idol worship and outlined the source of guidance he received, which is the cornerstone of his appeal to his father, Abraham makes it clear that the way followed by his father is that of Satan. His own aim is to guide his father to the way acceptable to God, the most merciful. He fears that his father may incur God's anger and thus become a close friend of Satan.
Yeah. Now Ibrahim starts telling his father what's going on. Right? Oh, my father, don't worship Shaitan. Because, between Adam And Nuh alayhi salam for 1,000 years, there's nobody worship idol. All people worship only one God, right? Then Shaitan came and gave an idea. Looked like his idea is good. Shaitan said, look, your teachers died. Who's going to guide you now? Why don't build their statue, their idols? Don't worship them. Because no, Shaitan said, you know, so you build them, put in your house, in the market. So anytime you go into the scene, you look at the idol. No, no, no. That's my teacher. My teacher said haram. I cannot do that. Right? And Shaitan very patient. So after years, maybe 100 years, because on that time people have long life, 100 years. Now the new generation came, the children came. So Shaitan came to their children. Hey, do you know why your parents reach your father this and this and this? Because they worship this God. Allah mentioned in the Quran. Right? So they're starting worshiping God, idols. Idea where come from? From Shaitan. So he said, Inna Shaytana kana lirrahmani asiya. That's the goal of Shaitan, to make you disobey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? Because no sin greater than shirk. You worship something beside Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? So this way also for us be careful. Huh? Don't put like statue something. Even for you, maybe just souvenir, decoration. Oh, this is from Thailand. Picture of Buddha. You're not worshiping, but maybe you die, and then your children, oh, you know, your dad, my dad, he strong because of this. I showed it. Yeah. So don't make an idea or give an idea of ways that people are going to do it after you die, and you'll be punished in the grave. Right? يا أبت إني أخاف أن يمسك عذاب من الرحمن وتكون للشيطان وليا. مشكلة؟
O my father, verily I fear lest a torment from the most beneficent Allah overtake you, so that you become a companion of Shaitan, Satan, in the hellfire. He fears that his father may incur God's anger and thus become a close friend of Satan. It is Satan who tempts people to worship idols. This means that whoever worships idols is in the same position as one who worships the devil himself. Satan, it must not be forgotten, is a rebel who disobeys God in every way. Abraham warns his father against incurring God's displeasure, for if he does, he will become Satan's friend and follower, and so liable to God's punishment.
Again, he said, Ya Abati, I'm worried. If you continue with this, selling the, worshiping the idol, selling idols, right? Allah will punish you. And then, you know, you become the wali, companion of Shaitan, right? You know, if you study all the suffering of people in this world because of disobeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? So Ibrahim alayhi salam, starting by mentioning that worshipping idol is the idea of Shaitan. And Shaitan's goal is to bring as much as he can people into the hellfire. Right? So his father in this time didn't have clue about Shaitan, about all this. So Ibrahim want to give him a picture, right? In your life, you have always have to follow two ways. the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or the way of shaitan, right? And this is also to show the kindness of Ibrahim alayhi salam. So therefore, when we see people on the wrongdoing, don't hate them. You have to have mercy. Oh man. Look at Rasulullah. He was sitting with his companion, and then he saw a janazah, dead body was carrying it, passed by. Rasulullah stood up, and then he cried, because the one who died is non-Muslim. He said, oh, I didn't have opportunity to give him guidance. A kafir going to die. He didn't say, oh, let's go to hell now. No. قال راغب أنت عن آلهتي يا إبراهيم لئن لم تنته لأرجمنك واهجرني مليا. So the fathers said, do you reject my gods, O Ibrahim? If you stop not this, I will indeed stone you. So get away from me safely before I punish you. Yeah, Sakina.
Abraham's appeal, made in the most compassionate language, cannot, however, find its way to his father's hardened heart. The father retorts with rejection and threats. Are you renouncing my gods, Abraham? His father's answer was harsh, arrogant, and threatening. He considered Abraham's rejection of idols to be impertinent. It was a crime for which Abraham deserved a cruel punishment. An example, death by stoning.
So now, all the argument, the logic that Ibrahim brought for his father is not work. It's not what you call benefiting. Instead, his father said, do you reject me? Reject my God? We learn from here, said, not always when you do da'wah, people will accept guidance from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? I mentioned before, on the day of judgment, there's a prophet will come, and he have maybe millions of his followers. Millions. Some maybe thousands, some hundreds, some maybe 10, 20, some only 5. Some of prophet, 0. He was unsuccessful. No one followed him. But in the sight of Allah, he was successful. Because his job just to convey the message. Guided only from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? So therefore, Allah, the Quran mentioned, Ud'u ila sabili rabbik, said, invite to the way of Allah. The worst, Allah used the word invite. How to invite people? With nicely, right? With honor, something you make like beautiful card, right? But can you invite people? Hey, Jibril, tomorrow you have to come to my house. Jibril said, what? Who are you, man? No. It's quiet. So Allah used the word. So this is very important. Yeah. Almost don't get angry, don't get emotion when you do that, right? And don't upset or frustration because, man, he didn't listen to me, right? Maybe your children. Because if you do da'wah and then people accept it, you become arrogant. Look at what I did. You become Muslim. No. Allah, the one who guide. And this guidance is not free. Allah will only give it the one who looking for. Right? No, his father threatened him. Ibrahim, if you continue like this, I will stone you to death. Oh, no. Leave me alone. Get you out. Imagine, we know this story, right? But you never imagine if you are in that position. You love your father. You respect it. Now they kick you out. It's hurting, right? قال سلام عليك سأستغفر لك ربي إنه كان بي حفيا. Ibrahim said, peace be on you. I will ask forgiveness of my Lord for you. Verily, he is unto me ever most gracious. Yeah, Sakina.
Abraham, however, does not allow anger to dictate his attitude. He does not lose sight of his dutifulness to his father. Hence, he continues to address him with respect and compassion. Abraham makes it clear that he will not respond to the threat, nor will he indulge in futile argument.
Allah, always kindness and mercy in his dawah. His father said, I will stone you, get you out. Did he say, God, yeah, you go to hellfire, God. Oh, pray, may Allah punish my dad. No. قال السلام عليكم. السلام عليكم. It's very important that if somebody talk to you rudely, insult you, don't get that. The Quran said, when, Imam Muhammad, somebody was insulting him, call him name. Somebody said, Imam, say something. What? If I say something, when are going to practice what the Quran said? وَإِذَا خَاطَبَهُمُ الْجَاهِلُونَ قَالُوا سَلَامًا. When people talk to you rudely, talk to you, say salam alaikum. Peace be upon you. All right? Not only that, he said, Sa'astaghfiru laka rabbi. I will ask forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yeah, that's before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forbid him to pray for this believer. He didn't have jealous, envy, angry, right? It's very, very important because, Imam Abu Hanifa, he had a neighbor. Abu Hanifa, of course, every night he prayed, tahajjud, qiyamul layl. His neighbor played guitar, and then he drink alcohol, right? Drink every night. Did he call police? Call 911? And my neighbor bother me? No? Nothing. So one night, he didn't hear his friend music, his friend voice. So he asked, oh, the police catch him, he was drunk on the street and put him in jail. In jail, isn't it? Abu Hanifa went to jail. And then when the chief of prison, he saw Abu Hanifa, why are you here? He said, I have never been in your prison. He said, because of you, I release him. Release him. On the way home, the man said, oh man, why you come here? Why you save me? I was bothering you, right? With music, with singing. But Abu Hanifa said, you are my neighbor and never have right upon me. That's drunkard, in the end, become the best student of Abu Hanifa. Right? Because Ibrahim alayhi salam, he responded evil not with evil, with goodness. وَأَعْتَزِلُكُمْ وَمَا تَدْعُونَ مِنْ دُونِ اللَّهِ وَأَدْعُو رَبِّي عَسَىٰ أَلَّا أَكُونَ بِدُعَاءِ رَبِّي شَقِيًّا. Sakina?
And I shall turn away from you, and from those whom you invoke besides Allah, and I shall call on my Lord, and I hope that I shall not be unblessed in my invocation to my Lord. Thus, Abraham left his father, his community and homeland, as well as their idols and worship practices. God, however, blessed him with offspring and gave him what was better than that which he had sacrificed.
Maryam, this is very important decision. It is not easy to leave your hometown, to leave your family, to be far away from them. Everyone stick together, right? But Ibrahim, there's no other choice. Said, I shall turn away from you and from those you invoke beside. Alas, no idol, nothing, right? And I will continue as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah still have hope in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yeah. So we learn from here that very important to do not associate with people that Allah angry at them. Right? In one ayah said, فَلَا تَقْعُدُوا مَعَهُمْ. When you see a speaker in YouTube and anywhere insulting Islam, insulting God, talk negative of Islam, don't listen. فَلَا تَقْعُدُوا. Right? Yeah. Before sometimes because if you listen to them, that means you support them. Change the channel, change the YouTube. Right? فلما اعتزلهم وما يعبدون من دون الله وهبنا له إسحاق ويعقوب وكلا جعلنا نبيا. سكينة.
So when he had turned away from them and from those they worshipped besides Allah, we gave him Ishaq, Isaac, and Yaqub, Jacob, and each one of them we made a prophet. Isaac was Abraham's son, born to him by his wife Sarah, who, prior to his birth, was childless. Jacob was Isaac's son, but he is mentioned here as though he were Abraham's own son, because he was born during his grandfather's lifetime, growing up under his care. Thus, he was close to his grandfather, just as though he were his own son. He learnt faith from him directly, and he taught it to his own children. Both Isaac and Jacob were prophets.
Yeah. When he turned away from them, right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give him something better. It's very important. I want to share what the hadith said. Man taraka shay'an lillah. Whoever give up something for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You give up, this is haram, this is makruh, or something that Allah dislikes. Allah will replace or substitute better than that. Allah, right? Put this in our mind. Very good hadith. Whoever give up something for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah will substitute better. Muhammad sallallahu, the Prophet, he loved Makkah so much. Even before he left Makkah, he looked at Makkah. He said, Wallahi, you are the most beloved land to be. If my people didn't drag me out, I will not leave. But he have to leave. Because he keep up for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What happened? In 8 years, he returned. He captured Makkah. He's become victorious. Allah. Just 8 years. Not only that, Allah gave him Roman and Persia. Become under, because in 20 years, Umar bin Khattab, he able to control these two superpowers. Yeah. There is a story about, I think mentioned before. A thief, a young man, he he doing all this kind of evil. And then he want to return to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He want to repent. So he went to masjid. Yeah. He went to masjid. And then there's masjid called in Syria, Masjid At-Tawbah. He met Imam, said, Imam, my life is dirty. I'm a sinner. I want to repent. Can I stay with you? Imam said, welcome. But with one condition. He said, what? You have to be patient. Because we only have one type of food, death and water. The man said, okay. Right. So he stayed with the Imam for 6 months. Right. They only eat what? Death and water. Sometimes he tries meat if somebody has what you call program in the masjid. So anyway, after 6 months, there's 2 days, there is no even death, no food. Remember that when you are in urgent emergency, something haram become halal. If you're hungry, there's no food except pork, you can eat pork. You're thirsty, there's no water except wine, you can drink wine. So the man said, man, I'm so hungry. So he climbed to the roof of the masjid. On that day, masjid roof connect to the other roofs. So he jumped one day, one house. In the third house, because on that time you can see from the top. The top is open. Right? So he went down, he went to the kitchen, and he found one warm pot. He opened it. There was two eggplants. Two eggplants. He's so hungry. He took one of them and he bite it. While he bite it, his taqwa go up. He remember, man, after 6 months, I'm going to destroy. This is haram. So he put back the eggplant and he went to the masjid. When he entered the masjid, he found his imam was sitting with one lady, young lady, and the old man. So when imam looked at him, he said, come here. Are you married? He said, Imam, no. Would you like to get married? Yeah, Imam. I didn't have money even to pay the rent. How I marry? How can I support her? So don't worry. This lady, her husband passed away. No, she finished her iddah. Just marry 1 year. Right? Don't worry about the wealth. Because her husband left a lot of things. The house, the money. And this is her uncle. He will worry about him, about her. I said, okay. So they got married. And after marriage, his wife took him to her house. First one, the house of the third one with this eggplant. He was worried, right? So his wife said, are you hungry? He said, yeah, we'd like to eat. Yeah. So she went to the kitchen. He opened the pot and he's screaming. Somebody was here. And the man said, it's me. You? You are a thief. And now he became my husband. And then he told her the story. Then she smiled. Oh, Sadaqah Rasulullah. What did the Prophet say is true. Whoever give up something for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah will substitute better. You give up the eggplant. No, you will get all this eggplant. And you have me, beautiful wife, and the house, and the wealth. Allah. Yeah. So don't worry. Right? But you have to give up for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yeah. So therefore, why is it in the hadith about 77 type of people will they get the sight of Allah on the day there's no sight except Allah's sight. One of them, right? Rajulun da'atu imra'ah. A man was seduced by a beautiful woman from high class. What the man said, Inni akhafullah. He gave up that woman for Allah. So the man Allah said, come here. Go that side. You're under the sea. Yeah. There's many stories about this. Right? One another story is that I mentioned many times. There's a man, he's a gardener. His name Mubarak. So he, after maybe 6 months, the owner of the garden came and asked Mubarak, Mubarak, give me a sweet fruit. Mubarak went, picked up different fruit and gave to him. It was sour. Mubarak, I asked you the sweet one. He went again, he picked up the fruit, sour again, 3 times. Mubarak, come here. I told you, I asked you to bring me the sweet one, not the sour one. You don't know the difference? And you are a gardener? He said, no, I don't know. Why? Because I never tested. 6 months in the garden, have lot of fruit. He never tested. When the owner asked the other employees, he said, yes, I never see him eat anything. So he asked him, why you didn't eat it? Because you told me when you hired me, said, Mubarak, take care, protect my garden. He didn't say eat. Allah. So the man was shocked a little bit. So Mubarak, can I ask a question? He said, yeah. I have beautiful daughters, right? And she's Hafidah. To whom I have to give my daughter? Remember that the son of Khalifa wanted to marry his daughter, and he refused. He said that if my daughter live with that guy, he will have luxury life. She still with the mansion, but I'm not guaranteed that he bring her to Jannah. Right? So Mubarak said, it's up to you. The Jews used to give their daughter to someone have position, high class. The Christian, they give their daughter to the rich man, handsome. And then Muhammad came. Right? His concern only two. He said, if somebody want to engage to your daughter, and that person have good deen, good faith, and good character, fazawiju, give her to him. And then the man said, Mubarak, I believe no one suitable, fit for my daughter except you. He accept. I said, okay. Allah. Look at the result. And also the man after marriage said, this garden is yours. Allah. He give up something for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He know this is haram to eat without permission. No, Allah replaced with something what? Better. He got the beautiful woman and also what? You know, he have a garden now, rich. That the reward in dunya when you get something. Right? Ibrahim alayhi salam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, wahabna lahu ishaq. I give him Ishaq and Yaqub. Every parent will be loved if you find Allah gives something, you know, especially, you know, a prophet come from him. Right? وَكُلًّا جَعَلْنَا نَبِيًّا مِثْلَ أَبْرَهَ وَوَهَبْنَا لَهُ مِنْ رَحْمَتِنَا وَجَعَلْنَا لَهُمْ لِسَانَ صِدْقٍ عَلِيًّا. And we give them our mercy, and we made for them a mention, reputation of high honor. Yeah, Sakina.
We bestowed on them our mercy. Verse 50. This is a reference to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, as well as to their offspring. They were all recipients of God's mercy, which is mentioned here as the most bounteous gift granted by God in the general ambiance of the surah. Furthermore, it was the quality of God's bounty that compensated Abraham for the loss of his people and homeland, giving him reassurance in his new solitary environment.
Subhanallah. Not only that, not only Allah gave Yaqub, right, Ishaq, of course Ismail before. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give him Dawood, Musa, Isa, Yunus, all this promise, three, right? Not only that, and I give mention reputation of high honor. That means his children that Allah mentioned, Allah speak the truth. Yeah. Say good word. Right? Because following the truth and say good word will elevate the status inside of Allah. Right? That's the reward when we give up something for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So what do we learn today? Right? Okay, Sakina.
Lessons from the attitude of Prophet Ibrahim's dialogue with his father. 1. Notice how Prophet Ibrahim says, Ya abati, in Arabic. This is a very endearing term. This is an expression of love for a father, even though he is a mushrik and involved in an act that is abhorrent to Allah. Prophet Ibrahim's actions teach us that we should hate the sin and not the sinner himself. He uses the best of loving and kind terms to call his father to Islam, teaching us that being gentle, loving, and polite is an important factor while addressing the elders.
No, right? So the first lesson we learn, like I mentioned in the beginning, is very important. Never lose temper. Never show arrogant. Never get angry when you advise people, especially someone that is older than you. Right? Look at Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when he saying Musa and Harun. Idhaba ila fir'auna innahu tagha. Allah said, Musa, Harun, go to Fir'aun. Because Fir'aun is tagha, is arrogant. Right? And it was قُولَ لَهُ قَوْلًا لَيِّنًا, and talk to him softly. Who? The one who claimed God, killing babies. Allah. Right? So therefore, one day a man was talked harshly to the Khalifa. Khalifa asked him, said, hey, which one is better? You or Musa? Of course, Musa. Which one worse? Me or Fir'aun? Of course, Fir'aun. You still believe in God. I said, look, you're not better than Musa. I'm not worse than Fir'aun. Why you talk like that? Well, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked Musa and Harun to talk softly. And the man was shy. Second.
2. Prophet Ibrahim salam then starts off by making him reflect over his actions. He doesn't start by condemning his wrong actions, but instead invites him to reason, use his intellect by asking him how something that does not hear and does not see can benefit him. He then moves from intellect to knowledge and explains how revelation has come to him from the Creator, thus showing him that what he is calling him to is special knowledge given to him from the Lord of the world, Allah, thus teaching us that it's necessary to arouse interest in the elderly listener by using logic and by appealing to his sense of right and wrong, alluding to the consequences.
Yeah. So politeness, adab, and then also second one, use logic, use common sense. right? Use dalil. Very important when you talk, not just talking. Bring the dalil. Learn from Quran and Sunnah. So, yeah. And the last one, Sakina.
3. We read that Prophet Ibrahim then explains to his father about the plot of Shaitan and how following his path would lead him to eternal loss, and informing him about the extreme mercy of Allah, who is merciful even to a disobedient creature like Iblis. So know that from the best way to introduce Allah Ta'ala in da'wah is by His mercy. Muslims who have fallen into sins and non-Muslims should be made to reflect about the mercy of their Lord in all facets of their lives, and then they should be reminded that what Ar-Rahman commands is for His servants' own good.
Yeah. Always give hope, right? To the sinner, people who wrong, to the wrong door. Always. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is forgiving and merciful, right? So that's a lesson we learned from Prophet Ibrahim and his dealing with his father. And inshallah, will benefit us. Any question? Let me go. Alhamdulillah, hamdan yuafi ni'amaka fi mazida ya Rabbana laka alhamdu kama yanbaghi li jalali wajhika wa azimi sultanik. اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا محمد وعلى وصحبه أجمعين. اللهم انفعنا بما علمتنا وقنا عذاب النار. اللهم نسألك العفو والعافية والمعافاة الدائمة في الدين والدنيا والآخرة. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. وصلى الله وسلم على الحمد لله رب العالمين. Jazakillah khair, Sakina. Thank you very much for your help.
Ayaki, thank you for asking me.
Inshallah.